On this show, we'll dive into the complex realities of harm reduction, substance use disorder, homelessness, and related topics.
We want to emphasize that while we have extensive frontline experience in these areas, we are not accredited professionals. Therefore, despite thorough research, factual inaccuracies may occur from time to time.
We are passionate advocates who prioritize lived experiences and compassion in all discussions. Our conversations may contain explicit language and address topics that can be upsetting to some listeners.
We encourage everyone to engage with an open mind and understand that our goal is to foster understanding, empathy, and support for those impacted by these issues.
So you have an agenda.
I do.
What would that be?
You're not going to know. Hi, everyone. Welcome to A Dose of Reality. I'm Cassandra.
And I'm Tanya.
And today, Tanya doesn't know anything that's going on.
That just seems like a normal day.
We had plans to film a different topic, or record, I should say, a different topic today, and then they fell through. So they fell through while Tanya was out of office, and I came up with a backup plan.
Oh, I'm excited.
You should be.
I should be. Well, I am excited.
Good. I'm glad.
Take it away, Cassandra.
Well, first off, Tanya, how are you doing?
I'm doing really good. I had a really great morning. I got to see my grandson, and that was amazing. And my daughter, of course. And
Yeah, daughters come second when you're talking about grandsons.
Well, I don't think second, but it's like excitement for both. Mm-hmm. It really is. And watching all these different stages, oh my gosh, it's amazing. As you know, we just seen a baby a couple minutes ago.
Oh my God, yes. So we want to send a congratulations out to Taylor, who is an overdose prevention site team member. She had a baby a few weeks ago.
Oh, he's so cute. Oh. Gonna get me all emotional.
I know. I was just staring at him. I was like, I could just watch you all day.
It's time for you to reproduce.
Oh, stop it.
Moving forward.
No, it's not. How are you doing work-wise? What's been going on with work?
Well, I just finished the quarterly report, sent it off yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's going to come back for some tweaking, and that's okay. But I'm feeling super accomplished because I always find those so stressful.
Yeah, I feel like all staff downstairs on the front line were kind of like, where's all our team leads gone today this week? Because we've all been hoarded up in office doing quarterly reports.
It doesn't take 2 minutes either.
No, it doesn't.
But it's got to be done.
Well, definitely not exciting, but definitely very essential when you're running a non-for-profit organization.
Funders need to know that we're actually doing the work we're doing.
Yeah.
So, no, absolutely.
Man, I will see numbers now for the rest of the quarter until next quarterly report.
Yeah. No, things are going pretty good on my side. It's going to be a freed up afternoon to catch up some of those little details. Mm-hmm. How's your week gone?
Pretty good, actually. I don't think anything overly eventful has happened this week.
It's funny, when we check in with each other, I literally have to think, what did I do? I can't remember yesterday at this point.
We have a theme going too so far. Like it's either, no, nothing I can remember. Or like, so this week someone got tased.
Right? No news is good news.
Yes,
I've learned to.
It is. So this week's been pretty, well, again, same as you, quarterly report writing. That's it.
I think it was a pretty smooth week.
I think it was. Well, we had a holiday on Monday, so it's also been a shorter week. But
I love those kind of weeks.
I know. Pretty short week. So brief check-in. Then I guess we can get into our daily dose. So it's my turn to do the daily dose.
Oh, let's hear it.
Mine are not as exciting as yours. Like yours are very uplifting and happy, and then wait till you hear what mine is that we're going to talk about. So I don't really have, I have an article here, but it's more so I wanted to have a discussion with you about a topic that's been going around for about a week.
Ooh, okay.
So I don't know if you've heard this. I think you might have. That, let me find it. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled on Friday June 28th, I believe,
Okay.
that cities can now fine and jail unhoused people for sleeping outside, arguing that criminalizing camping when there is no shelter available does not constitute for, quote, cruel and unusual punishment. Did you know about this?
I did hear something briefly earlier this week, but I didn't follow up with it. I didn't hear any more with it. I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, right.
How can you criminalize somebody for being homeless when there's no homes for them to move into?
That's the thing. And it is it is a U.S. Supreme Court. Like, it is an American ruling. So technically, you can argue it doesn't affect Canada. But, I mean...
Let's hope it sure as heck doesn't roll into Canada.
And although it doesn't have any like direct repercussions, like, not to get political, but like the way every country influences each other, like is very apparent, I feel like, in this day and age.
Yeah.
I have a big issue with all these politicians thinking they have a right to have a say over people, over things that are public health issues. Like, why do we keep making these public health issues criminal justice issues? Like, I don't get it. The criminalization of substances, women's reproductive rights.
Oh, yeah.
Homelessness. Like, these are all public health issues.
I agree, like 100% on that. It just, to me, mathematically, it doesn't make any sense to take somebody who's homeless and put them in a jail and then have all that fees there. Because I forget what the statistic is about how much it costs for an individual to be imprisoned. Oh, Google it, that a girl. And then the healthcare system, I just don't get it. That's like they're creating more money being spent when if they spent money on housing and supports, it would be a solution, not a Band-Aid, not a criminalization. Putting them in jail, don't people bitch all the time about how jails are so full and well, yeah, let's just add more to the pot.
So the one I found off the top is a 2016 number, so it's a bit dated, but in 2016 it cost an average of over $100,000 to maintain someone within the criminal justice system.
Which, you know what, if folks went into jail and they had an opportunity to take like maybe some rehabilitating courses or learn some skills so that when folks get released, they would be maybe able to go into housing. Maybe they'd be able to go get, like if they actually did what they were supposed to do in jail, then okay, I could probably get past that a hair, but that is absolutely stupid.
It needs to be treated more as like a rehabilitation center, I guess. Like,
that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many, anyway, I just can't believe that they're actually going to criminalize being homeless. How do you not be homeless when the rug's been ripped out from underneath of you and you got nothing?
Like, I don't understand what you expect from this decision. Like, I don't understand what these politicians think is going to change. You're finding someone you're going to find and imprison people for sleeping outside, but you're writing fines for people who are outside because they don't have money and they're homeless.
So they should just take out $1,500 out of their back pocket and pay their fine.
Exactly.
It makes no sense.
So, and I mean, like, I briefly, again, we're flying off the seat of our pants with this episode. So I just knew I wanted to talk about this today. So I haven't really read the article about it, but there's a lot of people naturally who are like very opposed to this. Who definitely, you know, there are a lot of civil rights, public health, and housing advocates who are like, this is not the way to go.
Well, thank goodness somebody's stepping up to do some defending in the States, because it's just compounding the problem. You're getting fines for homeless people. How are they supposed to pay them? They go out maybe and steal more or do more criminal acts just to pay the fine. Like, why?
It doesn't make any sense.
It's like a complete circle.
So it's crucial first of all, it's crucial to remember that when you're addressing the root cause of homelessness, you need to address the root cause of homelessness, right? It's just like substance use disorder. You need to address the root cause of anything. Why are people homeless? could be a fact there's no affordable housing right now.
Yeah, that's got something to do with it.
Mental health supports and all that. So why are we criminalizing people for that? But so homelessness in Canada in 2024. So annual numbers for homelessness individuals is between 150,000 to 300,000 individuals in Canada who are homeless. Toronto's homelessness population is about 10,000.
Wow.
Right?
Holy smokes.
Males account for 62% of the homeless population. Indigenous people count for 30% of the homeless population, yet they only account for 4.3% of Canada's total population.
What? That's something to digest.
Isn't that
too.
like that? That's like, right?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Right? Well, it's like anything. It's very, race plays a big part
Which
in
is
everything, right?
2024. I still don't understand people.
No, it's the same thing. Like during the war on drugs in the States and stuff, like someone who was part of the Black or Latino community were, I believe, 10 times more likely to become incarcerated for possession of substances.
Okay.
As compared to like a white individual. So.
Oh, this world. Although on this note, I remember a couple years ago, a friend circulating a petition, and I could be wrong, but I think it was Barrie, Ontario. They tried to make it was something about if you fed the homeless or helped the homeless or gave blankets or gave out whatever, that you would, I don't remember if it was a fine, what it was, but it was something.
What?
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. And it just dissolved. I didn't hear any more about it, thank heavens. But at the time, there was a lot of buzz about it. And maybe I have the facts wrong, but it was something along those lines. And it's just disgusting. That is a total crap on human decency. Like, don't be an asshole.
No, like why are you, I just can't get behind the mindset that if someone's homeless, well, they've done it to themselves. Like,
Absolutely.
I just can't get, and like thankfully in Canada we do have like the Charter of Rights and Freedom and stuff, so that emphasizes the protection of individual rights and what have you. But like, it's scary right now. Like the world is very scary right now.
Well, it is. I mean, to be criminalized for something that is almost, I mean, don't get me wrong. I know sometimes there are some folks that maybe choose to be outside. The number's super, super low.
Oh, yeah.
For the most part, people are not choosing to be outside, but there's no resources or no housing. They can't get a job. How can you work when you live in a shelter and it's chaos all night? Like, it's just a snowball of a circle. And then all of a sudden you're getting criminalized for it. It just makes me wonder who really cares.
It's coming back to the point you made where people are like, I can't remember exactly how you worded it, even though you literally just said it. But the whole debate, like, well, why don't they just go get a job? Because I didn't believe that, but like I kind of was like, you know what? Yeah, why don't they go get a job before I started working here? It's kind of like of the mindset. You're like, yeah, why can't they just go get a job? Not like recognizing the mental health aspect behind it, and they just mentally can't hold down a job. But also think about logically, like these are individuals who carry their livelihoods with them, push everything they own in carts, have like 50 bags on them. And like, we are fortunate individuals where we can leave all of our possessions at home when we go to work. They can't, because they have then run the risk of getting their things stolen. So what job is going to let an individual bring a shopping cart worth of stuff with them everywhere? Yeah. Right. So for one, if they can find somewhere now that's going to let them print a resume.
Oh, jump-ins.
Since COVID, no one's letting anyone in anywhere.
Yeah.
Then they have to find somewhere to clean up. And we can only speak for Moncton. Trying to get a shower when you're homeless here in Moncton right now is like,
I know you can get showers at the Y if you have ID.
yes, yeah.
I don't know if they're still doing showers at 51 Church. I should call and find out for sure. They used to, but I don't know if there was like plumbing problems or something. And where's some of the shelters?
Some of the shelters, yeah.
I mean,
but it's still when we have only like a handful of places that are allowing showers, and we have, according to I believe last November when we did the point in time
Pit count?
the pit count, the point in time count, there was like over 400 individuals who are homeless in Moncton right now.
Yeah.
So, but just when you think about all the barriers, they have to get cleaned up. They have to try to like get to a place for an interview. They have to push their things with them. They have to find nice clothes. They have to allow someone who's going to willingly let them get hired under all those circumstances.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that easy. You can't just go get a job.
And generally, anybody that somewhat looks like a homeless person is right off the bat stigmatized and get out of my shop. How are you supposed to work around that? I mean, we deal with barriers every day when we do our job, but I mean, for the folks, the barriers against them for getting a job. If we have 400 homeless people in Moncton, the lineups for a shower first thing in the morning are going to be nuts. How's this person supposed to have something in their belly so they have fuel to work properly and be efficient?
Good night's sleep.
Oh, well, that's impossible in a shelter. And I'm sorry, but I've worked in a shelter. It is not pin drop quiet. So, and that's hard on people when you don't have enough sleep. You don't have enough in your belly.
Yep.
And then to get cleaned up and be presentable for work, that's probably one of my favorite lines people dish is, why don't they just go get a job?
I know.
You're like, okay, that's if it was that
Would you
easy,
hire them?
right? And that's the thing that should be
Right.
pushed back. That's
Right.
exactly it. And if anybody has like criminal records, and then it's just another gong show. I mean, whether it was they stole $20 from some, well, okay, I'm sure you didn't go to jail for $20, but you get my point. Like if you stole or whatever. I mean, even if you reformed and you're good to go, nobody wants to give
Well,
that to
and
you.
also speaking of money, like in order to, Tanya, you know, because you've done this multiple times and you've tried, just the fact that like when you get hired at a place, you need to present banking information.
Yeah.
Right. And like you can't just go to a bank and open a bank account.
Not without your IDs.
Which in order to get an ID, you need your birth certificate. And this is a population that has everything stolen from them multiple times a week, a day sometimes, right? So they can't hold on to things like we have at our houses a designated place where we keep our important documents so we always know where they are. They don't have that.
Yeah.
So in order to get your ID, you have to go to Reconnect. And like this is just the process. You have to go to Reconnect. In order to get your ID, you need your birth certificate. You don't have a birth certificate. So
It's
then
a
you have to
process.
contact the government to get a copy of your birth certificate, which takes forever. And then you have to fill out the form for your ID, which takes forever. And like,
And people would be maybe, well, how come they can't hold on to it? Well, you know what? If your stuff is taken every time or gone through, I don't know why IDs get stolen for identity theft.
well, I think
perhaps,
it's
but
and it could just be too the bags that the IDs are kept in get stolen. So they just
Yeah.
grab they don't dig through the bag to see what's in it. They just grab the stuff.
and go.
And it's in order to fill out important documents and stuff now, you need to provide proof of residency, which you're homeless, you don't have. And then also, a lot of places now, so Tanya, as our wellness navigator, used to keep photocopied versions. So someone would go and get their ID. Tanya would be like, okay, well, I can either keep the original copy and give you a photocopy to walk around. And if you need it, we'll just keep photocopying it. Now, a lot of places, they require the original document. So even having a photocopy version wouldn't work.
No.
So it's not as easy to be like, just go get a job, just go get a house, just
Exactly.
go work and get some money and then you can afford a house and you're not homeless. It's not that simple.
And even if they did find housing on their own and accumulated money to, and God love them. I mean, there are some few that do try to do this. So if you get your damage deposit and then you have your month's rent and you go see a landlord, if you don't have like a bank account, if you don't have IDs, they won't, you're done. Even if you have the money doesn't talk.
A lot of places now too, like you need references and also you need proof of insurance. In order for my partner and I to like move into our current place, we had to have like renter's insurance. So we had to have like proof of insurance that we were insured to rent in that building.
I mean, I have renter's insurance as well, but it was just in my best interest.
Yeah. No, it was we didn't
Really?
until not our current place, the place we lived before. It was a duplex. We lived there. And in order to move in, we needed renter's insurance.
I have not heard of that yet.
Yeah. And a lot of places now are setting that
Boundary,
standard and that boundary. Yeah.
there's so much stacked against a person. And why? I mean, yes, I do understand why you need references, because I mean, there could be some reasons to need them, but man, it's just the hoops you got to jump through to get anywhere nowadays is painful. And then you have the homeless population that don't have anywhere to store anything. There's no IDs. They're stuck. They're just stuck. If you don't, and I'm so glad we're talking about this, because I really don't think a lot of people understand the depth of how much they can be stuck when you don't have IDs and a bank account and the full gamut of it. But just to whip it back around to the criminalization, that just makes absolutely no sense.
It really doesn't. Like, it just, I'll include, I'm reading off The Guardian right now, where I found this article, but like, it's everywhere. You just Google it. Like, people are really just want to get rid of it.
They're tossed aside.
Right? They are. Like, they just don't want to see it. So
it seems like this came about, and I have absolutely no backstory to prove this, but it almost seems like they don't want to see homeless people in blatant public, like downtown, whatever area you live in. So let's criminalize them so we can, whoa. Sorry
Tanya talks with her hands.
Sure do. Think I'll back up a hair?
No, don't you dare back up.
So true. So, I mean, and people, like, I mean, do you remember when Moncton was talking about moving all the services outside of downtown Moncton?
Oh my God, yes.
So, and that's it. It's like they don't want to see the homeless problem. And then they spend all this money, or think about all the money that the states are going to have to spend with this criminalization. And why is it that everybody's so money hungry, but yet if they criminalize the homeless, they're spending scads more money.
I know.
That money from the get-go, housing and support. I don't understand. I feel dumb saying that sometimes when people ask me those deep questions. What's the solution?
But it's true. Like, we have statistics that show, like, what goes back to like how effective harm reduction is. Like, we got a statistic recently that shows the amount of time and resources used at our overdose prevention site when responding to an overdose compared to out in the public. And the numbers were during 1 month, I think in the public, there were almost 200 calls for overdoses in the greater Moncton region. And at our overdose prevention site, we had 5. And that's because we have the proper tools and skills necessary to intervene in the case of an overdose. And a lot of times we're able to stop them before they happen.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
of the oxygen we offer and stuff. So
a huge player.
That's so much, like, the money saving factors on that.
And people
it's
don't
just
see
crazy.
And that's what I don't get. And with everybody being so money hungry, it's always about money, making a buck, And then they're spending this much money and calling it a problem. I just don't understand. I really don't, how they can justify spending that kind of money on a human life when there's a simpler solution that is long-term and caring.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I'm so sorry. I get my knickers a little
I'm sorry. I told you my daily doses aren't as fun as Tanya. I can Google a fact about peanut butter if you want.
Are you making fun of me?
No.
Oh, I said that to my son the other night about the peanut butter. And he's like, Mom, you could do that with anything. Everything has carbon. I'm like, man, you just totally killed my fun fact, son.
Everything?
Well, that's what he said. He could have been tormenting me too, but I don't know. Google it.
I don't either. I sound like my dad. Google it.
Well, I mean, it helps.
Okay, so Tanya.
Yes, Cassandra.
We were supposed to have a different episode planned for today, and then things happened. Life happens, you know?
Oh, doesn't it?
Things got turned on its head. But we had set aside the time to record. So why not record?
Yeah, I agree.
Right?
Absolutely.
So,
there's so many things we can talk about.
And we got vacation coming up and things happening.
Oh, yeah.
So Tanya has vacation soon. So it's better to record when we can record. So I Googled, I chat GPT'd.
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, what can we do like as a split that doesn't require a lot of research and doesn't really have to be like factually accurate? What's something we can do for a podcast episode?
Ooh, the suspense.
So I typed into Chat GPT games to play on a podcast about harm reduction, substance use, and homelessness.
Get out of here.
I did, and it provided me some engaging games you can incorporate into your podcast.
Hot dog. I'm glad I'm sitting. Let's go.
So it provided me myth versus fact. I didn't want to do that. It was like, meh. Storytelling challenge. Scenario role play. Well, I'm not playing any role play games.
I hate
right
role
now.
play.
Resource roulette. It'd be very short because there's not a lot of resources.
That is so not funny, but so true. Oh my heavens.
It's like create a wheel with different resources. Examples: needle exchange programs, shelters, counseling services. Spin the wheel and discuss the resources it lands on, including how it works and who benefits from it. It sounds fun.
That's
but
cute.
there'd be like 3 things on the wheel.
Wow, that's interesting.
Debate time.
Oh, I like debating.
I was like, too much work. What do you do? So these are just examples. Anyway, so the one I went with was quiz show.
So what?
A quiz show.
A quisha?
Quiz show.
Oh my God, a quiz show. It's like, was that, what language was that? Sorry.
Quiz show.
Oh.
So objective.
Yes.
Test knowledge and provide information.
Yes, please.
So how to play. Prepare a set of questions related to statistics, policies, and facts about harm reduction, substance use, and homelessness. Guests can compete to answer correctly. So guest, Tanya, I'm going to tally your points as we play.
I'm competitive.
We need like a quiz show.
Do you want me to get paper?
We need a quiz show.
Oh, like music.
Music.
Yeah.
Okay, Tanya, welcome to our game.
Thank you
Harm
for having
reduction
me.
quiz show.
Let's roll. I like this.
So your first round of questions. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds.
Okay.
That bugs me so much. There's not 5, but 4 rounds. Very short questions.
Okay, I'm ready.
Your first round.
Do I need
is
a buzzer?
Harm reduction.
Sorry, I suppose it's only me.
Hold on, I have an idea. Hold on, I have an idea. Okay, so Tanya,
Yes.
you requested a buzzer, and I went and got you a buzzer.
I'm the only contestant.
That was
but
in our executive director's. No,
It doesn't.
is it battery operated?
Yes.
I will put batteries in it.
Triple?
So we just went on an adventure. Tanya said she wanted a buzzer, and I knew our ED had a Staples That Was Easy button. Went and got it. Batteries were dead. Changed the batteries. It's corroded inside.
Yeah. I somebody might be very disappointed when they find that out.
So
Yeah.
I downloaded a buzzer app. Tanya, do you want to press it?
Yeah, I do. I am so ready for this game.
Okay. So
So,
I'm going to ask you a question. You ring the buzzer to answer. There you
okay.
go. So your first category is harm reduction.
Okay.
What is the primary goal of harm reduction?
It is to mitigate the risk of bloodborne infections and other communicable. I'm trying to remember the phrase that everybody uses. Stop spreading stuff that you don't want, right? I mean, okay, so
Stop spreading stuff you don't want.
Well, I mean, like bloodborne infections and like Hep C and HIV, harm reduction, and that's why we give out supplies. It's to mitigate whatever risk somebody is currently in. Damn, pulled that off.
You did. Look at that.
I love that button. OMG.
The answer that I was given by ChatGPT. The primary goal of harm reduction is to minimize the negative health, social, and legal impacts associated with substance use without necessarily requiring the individual to stop using substances.
Oh, that's beautiful. That was much more eloquent.
I'll give you a point, though.
Okay,
you
I'll
get
take
1
it.
point.
I'll take 2 if you want.
No, I'll just give you 1.
Ah, dang.
Question number 2.
Yes.
When did Canada open its first supervised injection site, and where is it located?
Son of a bitch. In the province of British Columbia between the years of 2010 to 2018.
You get half a point.
I'll take it.
Do you know where in BC?
Yeah.
To guess.
How about downtown Vancouver?
Vancouver, yes.
Hot damn, so I get a
Yes.
full point now.
Well, no, the question wasn't worth 2. I guess it was. It was 2 questions, so yes, you get 2 points. You're 2 for 3.
Okay, I'm liking it.
You said between what was it?
2010, 2018.
You are you are wrong.
Okay.
It opened its first supervised consumption site Insight in 2003.
3.
Yeah,
That's awesome to hear.
I know.
I had no idea it was around that
I didn't
long.
either. I just found out.
That's
That's
awesome.
incredible.
That is.
Wow. Happy 20-year anniversary, Insight.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes, happy anniversary. That's amazing. And all the
Wow.
good work they've done.
Question number 3.
Yes.
What is naloxone and how does it work?
Okay, so naloxone is, I don't have the proper words because I'm all over the place. So it's the liquid that's inside that you put in the syringe and you inject it in somebody who is overdosing. And did you ask me how to use it?
How does it work?
How does it work? It stops the receptors for the dopamine. It stops the Squeeze me just 1 second. It stops the substances from attaching to the receptors and blocks it so that they don't get the effects of the opioid, and it reverses so that they are alive and well. That was a lot of work. Sorry.
Wow. Okay. You are.
I'm still winning, right?
I think so. You're 4 out of 6, I think.
Shit. I'm not so good.
No,
at
you're
this.
4 out of 5.
Okay, I like
4 out
that.
of 5.
I'll take it.
Naloxone is the liquid.
All I can think is ingredient or substance, or I can't think of the right word for it. I'm blonde.
Medication.
Medication.
It's fake blonde.
Still, use what excuses you get.
But you used the words receptors. I was very impressed.
That's pretty big words
Very
for Tanya.
impressed.
Thank you.
Last question in the harm reduction category.
I'm ready.
I don't think you're going to get this one.
Ouch. Smart ass.
Okay, fine. I'm going to read it to you. You tell me if you're going to get it.
Probably won't. No.
What percentage of people who inject drugs in Canada have access to needle and syringe programs?
Well, can't say I seen that coming. What percentage has no access
Of people
to?
have access.
Have access. I'm going to go with 30%.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't actually have a percentage in front of me.
It's not right. It's not right not to have the answer, is what I'm saying.
So the answer is access to needle and syringe programs varies by region, but a significant portion of people who inject drugs in Canada have access to these programs. For instance, in major cities like Vancouver and Toronto, access is relatively high.
Okay, I can understand that big city resource.
So by that definition, 30% is wrong.
Okay, well, I tried. I didn't fail.
I told you I didn't think you'd get that one because if it was reverse, I wouldn't have got that.
I'm still surprised by what they said. I figured the access would be lower.
Well, I guess, it says depends, right? So when you got Vancouver, for example,
Yeah.
who in Toronto, they have systems and programs in place for people that are pretty, the same here in Moncton. Like we don't have much resources, but like we have readily accessible needle distribution service that's like pretty accessible to people within the Moncton region.
Very much. And we have people that come from the outskirts too.
Yeah.
But we are the only needle distribution
Yes.
in New Brunswick.
No,
the only OPS in New Brunswick.
Yes.
Sorry. That's right.
Wrong.
Yeah, again.
But then when you have up in the like the territories and stuff, they just had a whole bunch of funding cut and like all like those things. So it's probably not as accessible.
To me, that's a public health thing. I don't understand why it would be cut.
Me neither.
Yeah.
What do we know, Tanya?
I too don't know.
Okay, Tanya, you're 5 out of 16. So there's a total of 16 questions. You're 5 out of no, wait.
I was going to say, you didn't ask me 16 questions.
No.
Just tell me I got an A
I'll
minus.
tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you something. You got 5 right so far.
I'll take that. Is there more questions you're going to ask me?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, I thought we were done.
Category 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Substance use. Question 1. About how many Canadians will meet the criteria for substance use disorder at some point in their lives?
Oh, Jiminy Crickets. Really, I'd say almost maybe 90's pushing it, but I think everybody it's because addiction. No, you said substance. Shit. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
21%.
Ah, son of a gun.
I want to Google real quick what the criteria, so this is according to the Canadian Center for Substance Use and Addictions. They said will meet the criteria.
Okay.
What is the criteria? Okay, so the DSM-5 has 1, 2, 3. So basically it's a mix of, the criteria is it's not as limited as I thought. Consuming the substance in a large amount for a longer amount of time than intended, persistent desire to cut down or regulate use, the individual may have unsuccessfully attempted to stop in the past. Spending a great deal of time obtaining, using, and recovering from effects of substance use, experiencing craving, a pressing desire to use substances. It impairs the ability to fulfill major obligations at work, school, or home. Continued use of substance despite it causing significant social and interpersonal problems.
Yeah.
Reduction or discontinuation of recreational, social, or occupational activities because of substance use.
Okay.
So when you start using substances in physically unsafe environments, and persistent substance use despite knowledge that it may cause physical or psychological problems.
Okay. Yeah, I totally
For those who didn't know, that is a criteria.
That was a juicy question.
So 21% of Canadians will meet that criteria
That's still a large
in their
enough
lifetime.
number. Yeah.
Question 2 in this category. Which substance is most commonly associated with addiction in Canada?
Okay, so I'm thinking. What substance? Opioids, cocaine. Son of a bitch, I'm not good at this. Oh, excuse my language. So sorry. So, hate losing. Okay, so I don't know.
You're playing against no one.
I guess I'm a little competitive.
I'll reword it. What substance, when you think of an addiction, what's the first thing that comes to mind socially?
Oh, alcohol.
Yes.
Oh, hot damn, I got it.
Alcohol is the substance most commonly associated with addiction in Canada.
Which is interesting because, yes, there's still alcoholism out there. It's more socially accepted. But if somebody was to take a hit off the pipe, it's not as socially accepted. But it's the same bag of nuts, more or less. But it just goes to show you.
Cans of beer.
I love it when you're proud of yourself.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. I just had to touch it.
I don't understand now. You have an ad for Skip the Dishes.
I don't know how I did that either.
It's just an ad. Just hit you'll see a little X come up in the corner.
Yeah, we're good. You may regret this.
This episode is sponsored by Skip the Dishes.
I wish they would. Oh, it'd be nice to have a meal during an episode too.
A mukbang.
What?
An ASMR mukbang.
What the? What? This 50-year-old.
This is where our generational difference is shown. That's a thing where people will eat. Like they'll just have a spread on their table in front of them and just eat.
Like a buffet?
Yeah, but eat to a camera and then post it online.
Oh, good Lord.
And ASMR would be like if I started talking like this while I'm eating. Right. And you can hear the crunch of the chips. And me drinking water.
Well, viewers, let us know if you would like for us to do one of these episodes. This is new to me.
Question number
3,
I think. Well, it says 7 to me, but it's because, anyways. What is the primary objective of medication-assisted treatment for opioid use disorder? Like methadone, Suboxone.
you mean like something on a replacement to take you off substances?
Yeah.
So you're asking me, but
I'm asking you what the primary objective is. What does it do?
Oh, I would think that it would be.
Tanya can't hit her buzzer because there's another ad on the screen. Oh, there you go.
Stupid technology. I still won. What is the primary? Well, I think it's to get the person off of substances and know that it's a safe. Well, not that methadone's a supply, but it's controlled substance. It's safe. When you get stuff off the street, it could be mixed with anything.
Well, and methadone too, it reduces cravings and this withdrawal symptoms. So that's why a lot of people start using methadone instead of quitting cold turkey. It reduces those.
I didn't realize that in the process. I'm still learning about that.
Me too.
Learning every day.
Question number. I've lost track of how many you've gotten right. No, I haven't.
As long as I win, it's okay.
Last question in the substance use category.
Oh, good. There's another category.
Oh, there's 2 more. Which Canadian province was the first to decriminalize the possession of small amounts of drugs for personal use? Sorry. For work-related uses. Only when you're at work, boys and girls.
So would that, did you say province?
Yeah.
BC.
Yeah.
Oh, hot damn.
When?
Okay.
This is a bonus question.
I'm going to go with 2020.
No, I think it was 2023. I don't have the answer in front of me. I think it was only a pilot project that lasted a year.
Well,
It was recent.
for anybody out there that wants to know a little bit more about that, go look it up about Portugal. Seriously.
Don't ask us.
No, well, we could do an episode on it.
could,
Actually,
yeah.
we should do an episode on that because the way that Portugal decriminalized, my God, I can't speak today.
Substances?
Having the possession of or what have you, it's crazy. Like, and they're in such a better situation overall because of that decision. Yeah, we definitely need to do an episode on them.
We will.
We shall.
We shall. Category 3.
Yes.
This category is called homelessness.
Ooh.
I hope there might be added pressure.
Yeah, because if I don't know the answers,
Then
I
I'm
shouldn't be
very
here.
concerned.
Oh, the pressure.
Question number 1.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the estimated number of people experiencing homelessness on a given night in Canada? Don't forget about your buzzer.
So I believe it would be at least 20%.
Do you have a number? I don't have a percentage. I have like an approximate.
I only have percentages. Sorry. Okay, what number? She has her hands full when I'm working with her with the podcast. Yeah, you asked.
That was the bitchiest thing you've ever said.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm having a hot flash.
You did the whole like neck swivel and everything.
Oh, it's a good thing it wasn't audio this time. So now I gotta come up with a number. Okay.
No, you don't. It's okay. You get the point. It's okay.
I guess I got a little attitude today,
That was so quick-witted. Oh my god.
which is not normal in my
No,
case.
it's not.
I can't wait to hear that one. Oh my gosh. I meant it in the kindest of ways. Oh, would I be close to? Okay, so how about 20,000 people? How about, maybe that number's a little small. Maybe I'm going to go with I would say 50,000 people in Canada would be too high of a number. So I'm going to go with 35,000.
That's exact.
We're pretty good together. We could really convince.
We should really go on a game show. Hey?
We should. I would have so much fun with that. Oh my God. If you could be on any game show, what game show would you go on? What's that one with Bob Barker?
Price is Right.
That's it. I would do Price is Right.
Is that show still going?
I don't
I don't
know.
think Bob still does it.
I think Bob's gone. Like,
Do you know what show we would? I can tell you what show we wouldn't do good on. Jeopardy. Maybe if Jeopardy could be in pairs.
oh my God, yeah. Because I know
we'd
the old
still
people.
do really bad.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think I want to do The Price is Right. I'd either do Price is Right.
Family Feud would be fun.
Oh my God, I'd have so much
we
fun
could
with
get the
that.
staff to go on Family Feud.
We should have a Family Feud staff day. A half day. It's a lot of
We're
work.
going to stop this idea right here.
Okay.
It's actually really good, and I don't want to
Spoil it.
Don't want to spoil it. Not that our staff listens to the podcast.
Yeah, whatever.
Rude.
Losers. Okay, I'm serious.
I'm just giving you that one. You got it right.
I did. Damn.
Here you go. You'll be very happy with this one.
Okay.
You'll love this question.
Oh, thank God.
What percentage?
I only have numbers for Sandy.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, this one's actually. What percentage of the homeless population in Canada are veterans?
Oh, that's sad, eh?
Brought the mood right down.
Yeah, for sure. Because when you think about it, that's even sadder that the government. Yeah, I'm shitting on the government that the government can let this happen. You asked for number, not percentage. Let's say 5,000.
No, I asked for percentage.
Oh, I'm gonna go with 5%. Now I'm ready to answer. I'm going to go with 5%.
Okay, it's actually not that high.
Oh, well, that is
2.2%.
That was my first thought, but I thought it was too low. Okay.
I'm reading this and I feel like that's too low. But question number 3: What?
Sorry, I was a little
Trigger happy.
trigger happy.
Which Canadian city has the highest rate of homelessness?
Oh, definitely Vancouver.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has one of the high. Yeah, Vancouver, BC has one of the highest rates for homelessness.
Yeah.
Last question in the homeless section.
Is there another section?
There's one more section.
Yes.
But you're not going to like it.
Ah, sugar. I'll do it though.
What is Housing First and how does it differ from traditional homelessness services?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but Housing First means you have an individual and the first thing you need to do is worry about their housing, get them housed, and then work on the substance use or what other things in their life they need to make better. And what is that? How is that different from what we do today? Well, we don't, I mean, ain't no housing, so it's not like we're doing Housing First, but I mean, the community does try. We just don't have many units is all. I didn't answer the question properly.
Well, it says, it says, so you answered the first part right. So Housing First is really about prioritizing housing.
Which is important
Right.
because if you're not housed.
No matter what your mental health condition is, no matter what your substance use disorder is, like housing first. So right now, I guess from my understanding, when it says how does it differ, right now we do the opposite. So right now, in order to receive housing services, an individual has to meet a certain criteria. So they have to be they have to have gone through treatment, they have to be sober, they have to, already have these steps taken.
Do you mean, forgive me if I'm wrong, do you mean that when people try to get into housing, they're getting a lot of flack because of still being a substance user?
But Housing First flips that.
Okay,
So
I
it's
see
giving
what
them
you
housing for. So basically, traditional housing services, what people really think of, it's like you can get housing once you've tackled your laundry list of things that need to be improvements,
if you
right?
will.
But Housing First is the opposite. Okay, we're going to house you and then we'll help you address those issues.
I see what you're saying, but a small piece of me sees the flip of it being that it's stigmatized and they can't get housing because they use substances. People don't want to rent to some people.
No, that's true. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
what you meant.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I
Okay.
meant. Yeah.
I totally get it then. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Tanya. Last section. You have 4 more questions.
What's the subtitle? Oh, no.
General policies and statistics.
Oh, my heavens. Well, I'll put the buzzer away.
Right. There might be some percentages here, though. We'll find out.
I'm a percentage girl, not a numbers girl. I'm glad we can have fun.
I'm so glad that that's ingrained in audio. What is the Canadian Drug Policy Coalition?
Yeah, because I've heard of it. I mean, I have.
You have. I'm like, why do you say that like you haven't? You have.
Oh, I certainly have heard that wording. I know it's a group of people with substance use or to support people who use substances. And that's about where I die off with the information.
Yeah. So it's a network of organizations and individuals who work to advocate. Oh, sorry. No, it's not. It's a network.
Sorry.
It's a network of organizations and individuals working to advance drug policies grounded in evidence, human rights, and public health.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's what it is. Debbie's a part of that.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of buzz about it, but I have never
Debbie's a part of that group.
stopped to ask.
Tanya, if you get this one wrong, I swear to God.
Oh, shit.
What are supervised consumption sites?
Is that where you take your French fries and salt shaker and you sit down and like you can eat your French fry? Okay, so
What are you? What? Hold on. Explain.
you said consumption. I thought of food. Okay, so it's our overdose prevention site. Just being a smart ass. So that's where you can go consume or you could, consume. You're not eating it, you're using it. Anyway, but your substances in a safe environment with trained professionals. Yes, not French fries.
Thought you were doing another like smart ass moment. I was like, what is she talking about?
Oh, I don't always know what's coming out of my mouth.
What is the primary goal of harm reduction programs like needle distributions and supervised consumption sites in Canada?
Is to lessen or mitigate the harmful effects of the risk that people are in. Whether that means you're cold and you need a blanket, you use and you need to protect yourself from hepatitis C. If you're hungry, a sandwich. Yeah.
It's also such programs like needle distributions and supervised consumption sites.
She just burped during her sentence so everybody knows. I just want you to know, everyone.
We're just going to move on. Okay. So
we hit some really good questions, though, and points.
We have one more question.
Oh.
Last question.
Yeah.
This is all or nothing.
Uh-oh.
This is it. This is the make or break.
I hope I get it.
I hope you do too. What is the relationship between homelessness and mental health in Canada?
Well, they kind of go hand in hand. I mean, I've heard clients tell me before that sometimes they will use to lessen the voices in their head, which would be a mental illness. So, yeah, it just walks together. Mental illness is a huge rise in our country. I think there's always been big mental health issues within our country.
So what about for homelessness and mental health? What's the connection there?
Well, I don't know how to word it, but there's a lot of...
Just talk about French fries or something. I don't know.
You won't let that one go. Gotta eat French fries safely too.
You could choke. Yeah.
You're welcome. So there's a lot of our clients that have mental health issues. I mean, there's a lot of folks that are housed that have mental health issues. That's on a huge rise, and that can easily lead to homelessness. Is that kind of what you're meaning? Yeah, so, absolutely. We don't have a lot of supports for mental health issues as it is. People are doing
like we talked about. Actually, it's kind of very fitting that this is the last question. I didn't plan that. This is the last question because homelessness, like it can work either way. Like homelessness can be the cause for mental illness, or mental illness can be the cause for homelessness, right? When you have a mental health issues, it makes it difficult to maintain stable housing.
Yeah.
But then also if you become homeless for a variety of reasons, then it's obviously going to enhance any mental health issues. So there can't have one without the other, basically.
No, so absolutely.
Very fitting that was our last...
Yeah.
This episode planned itself, basically.
You're amazing.
Tanya, you won.
Yes.
You won.
Is there a prize?
Hold on. Tanya.
Yes?
You are a winner.
Oh, this is my moment of glory.
You have won.
Oh, I feel so accomplished. I'm clapping for myself, too.
I'm doing a slow clap moment.
Oh, it's getting aggressive.
Congratulations, Tanya.
Well, thank you.
You have won the prize.
I got serenaded.
You did. That was your prize.
I'll take it.
There you go.
Thank you.
So that was today's episode, everyone.
Yeah.
Again, it was very off the cuff.
But it was a good one. We hit some really decent points.
It was fun.
Yeah, that was one of the most fun. I almost said funnest. Exactly. It was good. I liked it.
I liked it. So thanks everyone for listening. If you've made it this far, thank you.
If you've made it this far.
I don't know. Some people may listen for 5 minutes and like.
No, it was just cute how you said it. I wasn't making fun of you.
Far,
I just hope everybody's listened.
I know. If you've made it this far, thank you. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at @adoseofreality_podcast. Follow us on TikTok at @thedoseofreality.
Oh, you're good.
Someone took a dose of reality on TikTok. We're coming for you.
Get ready.
Tanya's sassy. She's ready to fight.
Tanya's always sassy.
Send us questions at adorpodcast@gmail.com. So ADOR podcast at gmail.com. And yeah.
And everybody be kind out there. Everybody's fighting a battle.
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I meant it.